innovative content, global audience.
A very lovely morning to you out there. Good morning. Welcome to Rise and Shine Nigeria. I'm Vivian Akinyosoye, and today promises to be a great day indeed. First, would like to apologize for being behind schedule, a bit late due to network issues as usual. However, we're certain we will overcome all of that. So, as I promised earlier, today is going to be a wonderful one indeed. Our show is fully packed. We'll be talking about demolition, unlawful demolition of structures. A lot of it has been happening in Lagos lately. And yesterday, there was a protest. Over 1,000 people went as far as the Lagos State Government House in protest of unlawful demolition of the motor spare parts village in Owode Oniri. And we have on the show, we have Comrade Alex Omotense. He is the national president, CHSR. You know much more what CHSR stands for. And we also have the chairman, Association for Micro, Small, Medium, and Medium Enterprises. Let me take that again. He is the chairman, Micro, Small, Medium, and Medium Scale Business Enterprises. You know, sometimes these words have a way of tongue twisting the tongue, as it were. So, and that's Savior, Comrade Savior Iche. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, before we go on to talk about the demolition and how it has impacted on business and businesses in Nigeria, micro, small businesses in Nigeria, let's take a look at the headlines and see what's happening in Nigeria. The headlines, please. I'm very certain one of the headlines would be the protest against the demolition. All right, so we see it buffering there. So PDP, others knock reps. All right. Yep. All right, so straight on, PDP, others knock reps. Okay, we're still in Punch. And the major headline there is PDP, others knock reps, say bill on president, governors is misplaced. Let's go to the second slide. And in Vanguard, we have lawyers, others flay IBA's suspension of political appointees. Do we have another? Tribune, Atiku rubbishes link with Sanwo-Olu. Seriously? That's a serious one. And in Daily Trust, we have Lagos Farms. Atiku denies link with Sanwo-Olu as EFCC probes Achimugwu. All right, we'll come back to details of that slide as we go on. Oh, we still have another one. The Daily Times, President Tinubu, Mahama meet, discuss Sahelian diplomatic efforts. Do we still have more? The Guardian, reps Mall return to parliamentary system, age limit for politicians.
It's better.
Okay. All right. And just before we go on to the show, I'd like to bring Asaba into the show. We have SRTV Asaba waiting. SRTV Asaba, you're welcome. Hello, Asaba.
Good morning, Vivian. How are you?
I'm very good. And you, communicator. Good morning,
the name is God. The name is Godfrey Obaka. Thank God it's Friday. Asaba is beautiful.
Are you a comrade? Do we address you as comrade?
No, I'm simply Mr.
The house is filled, is jam-packed with comrades right now.
So, let me not add to the heating up of the house. When you have so many comrades, there's bound to be.
All right. I'd like to bring in SRTV Abuja. And that's Mary Val. Hello, Mary Val. How are you today?
I am fine.
I love your yellow. I love your yellow. It's sweet.
Thank you. Thank you.
How is Abuja?
Abuja is fine. It's cool as usual. We have Wiki here, so Abuja needs to.
Any more stories from Natasha?
No, still it's stories. So it's still a developing story.
Okay, what about Wiki and demolition in Abuja as well?
Yeah, he's still fixing our road. That's why I said Abuja is cool because we have Wiki here. So he has been developing Abuja. He has been working on our roads and bridges, yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. Welcome everyone to the show. Now we're going on to the topic in view today. On March 6th, March 6th, yes, 2025, according to reports, the Owode Oniri Motor Spare Parts Village in Lagos was demolished. Let's take a look at the protest itself, see what the protesters are saying, because this story is theirs to tell. Let's take a look at that.
Chairman for Owode Motor Spare Parts, Ikorodu. So, in addition to what Comrade said now, Comrade Chairman Darius Shinowo, we think that is among of those people that instruct them to come and demolish Owode Motor Spare Parts. So, because we are, since the time that we report to Chairman Darius Shinowo, we've never seen any impact back to our market again. So, we are begging the Lagos State Governor, His Excellency Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and the Speaker of the House, Right Honorable Mudasiru Ajayi Obasa, to come to our aid. So to make our market come back to the normal place. Firstly, during the time of demolition, we don't know the person that's come to demolish the Owode. Maybe it's Darius Shinowo or the rank grabber. But now we have known maybe it's conjunction between the Darius Shinowo and the rank grabber and Lagos State, because the agency of Lagos State was there. Lagos Building Control Agency, there was there. Lagos Police, there was there. All of them are there. So that we can't know who is who that is coming to demolish our market. And many were injured. Go to hospital and treat them. Maybe they are hanging out, I don't know, because this struggle is continuing from this place. Please, we want Lagos State government to help us. There are so many people that was injured, and many are died. So because of this thing, all the family, they don't know what to do about their family again. So the people that get wife, children, they don't know how to cope with their children and their wife now.
Elder Samuel Oluwole Gaba. I'm one of the ESCO officials of Owode Spare Parts Market. On the 6th of March, demolition vehicles were loaded by 4 a.m. in the morning with hoodlums and thugs, with Black Marias, like 6 Black Marias, and they invade our market. Over 41,000 men are in that market. And somebody woke up one morning to demolish that market at the best of saying he has secured himself a certificate of occupancy from Lagos State government. And where there is no case, when you don't have any case, you don't have any case with you. So we are begging the Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and the Speaker and the House of Assembly members to come to our aid and rescue us from this predicament. This is too much. Many are in the hospital now, many have died. You see by 2 of them last 2 weeks. Please, on behalf of my people here, on behalf of the Owode Spare Parts Market, we are talking now, we are shouting now, we are calling upon the governor now to come to our aid, to rescue us. Because where can we go now? Should we go and be driving Kakemaru or Korokwe? Should we go and be doing talks or hoodlums? Now, all hoodlums, the other Gumbales, Germaniless, they were there now with police officers guiding them, shooting at train. Last 2 days ago, Dele Shinowo, the SCDA chairman, pronounced, he didn't know about it, but he gave us this, that he owned this from Lagos State government. We don't know where he got this one from. This certificate of occupancy. This certificate of occupancy. Is that from Lagos State government? Dele Shinowo presents to us from Lagos State government. So if Lagos government have issued this, let us know.
Okay.
Assembly is on recess, and we appreciate you for coming to speak to us. And this is a matter of public interest, and we believe Assembly will take it as so
Against the demolition.
act on it swiftly, so that the people can have more confidence in their representative. Our prayer once is to investigate those that are involved in this barbaric act. The LAPSCA, the Alagbon policemen, even the local government of Agboike too, and so and the land grabber. Thank you for your petition. On behalf of Right Honorable Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, it is your House of Assembly, the House above standard of excellence, under the leadership of Right Honorable Dr. Mudashiru Ajayobasa. I can assure you, you're going to get justice here. I say to you, the House of Assembly has said, standard of excellence, and we believe in justice. We will give you justice. The House will definitely invite all the stakeholders. We will investigate this, and we'll get back to you.
Lagos, your mic is muted. Please unmute your mic.
And would like, please. Okay.
Okay, I think our network is bad. Okay, so about the protest she was talking about, I feel like it is not just to demolish a market. This one is a spare part, right? If you are demolishing it, there should be a proper provision for them. This same thing happened sometime in Abuja, around Apo area. It's like a big market for all those motor spare parts, mechanics. They had to demolish the market, and the people came to FCTA here. They were actually uh, complaining. Although then the present minister, which is Yeso Wike, was not really the minister then. So it was the last person. So they came out, they were complaining that they came and demolished the place without any provision. And they actually paid for a bigger market. Before now, they paid for like 20 years ago, according to them. And the then minister promised that they were going to establish the market for them, which didn't take place. And they're coming again to demolish the market, so in the name of they want to fix roads, which is really not proper. The same thing the minister of Abuja is doing as well, where he demolished, there's a village called Katampe in Abuja here, saying he gave them notice of 3 months. And after 3 months, they didn't comply. And they came again and informed them for like a week, and since they didn't comply, they had to break their houses. This one has to do with people houses, and left them homeless. So the next thing we saw, the minister actually he allowed interview. He was actually making some comments saying that this land is actually for the federal government. Why? Because they need to make developments in the federal capital territory. They won't be saying that because this one's
But
are
in all of that, please, you find out that there is a serious disconnect. Disconnect
yes.
in such a way that, you know, cities are bound to be developed and redeveloped. In Delta here, we have a place called Cable. The Delta State capital, Asaba, started virtually from there. But over time, it has turned into a slum. And the Delta State government has come up with initiative for it to be redeveloped. You know, so I've been hearing of a Owode market for years. You know, I have also lived in Lagos. If there is the need to redevelop that place and make it a more modern, a more functional market, so that it doesn't degenerate into a slum, there is the need for proper communication. Markets are governed or are organized or administered by local government. The local government should have a strong liaison with the state, and they should be able to carry along, because I'm hearing from the protest issues of land grabbing. And in the process, people have had to die. Some are in the hospital. It shows how we are not thorough in doing things. I appreciate the point you have made that there is the need.
Now, if I may come in, okay, if I may come in.
Yes, please come in.
Okay, sir, can you continue?
Yeah, the point I was actually trying to drive home had to do with reallocation. You know, the community I talked about in Delta Cable, a redevelopment plan should be able to accommodate how to reallocate, how to take the people in there and put them in a place where that redevelopment is going on. Otherwise, a place as historic as Owode Market, essentially meant for spare parts, somewhere near Ikorodu, because some of us at some point also stayed in Lagos. We find out that it has become a serious commercial nerve center, that many families' livelihood are tied to the place. So you can't just wake up one day and have the place demolished. The questions are, where are you sending the traders to? What plans do they have? The next thing, people resort to criminality. Because when you wake up and you have mouths to feed, you have family to cater for, and you find out that the means of your livelihood has just been suddenly taken away and government didn't provide alternative, then there is the tendency for criminality. And every society should be careful to guide against such. So that's my concern. I've seen the protest. I've seen the House of Assembly pledging to come in. Yes, it's a peaceful protest. The issue of who the land grabber is, some of these things ought to have been efficiently, effectively communicated to them with respect to, is there somebody that has been given the license to have the place redeveloped, or is the title of the land now an issue? You know, because they talked about C of O and all that. But my concern is a social concern, a societal concern, and that is that of the families, thousands of them, whose livelihood are tied to that place on a daily basis. What happens to them? Government, the Lagos State government ought to have factored that in. They ought to have factored it before going ahead to just release the caterpillars and start demolishing. Before you demolish, make an alternative plan to have the people relocated in such a way that it doesn't cause social issues and social nuisance.
Okay, sir.
And
sorry to continue. It's not like I'm support of. Okay, sorry, comrade, you can continue.
Yeah, yeah. Good morning. Hello?
Good morning, sir. We can hear you.
Yeah. Let me quickly make this clarification on this issue of Owode. Yeah, my name is Alex Omotense. Presently, I'm the National Coordinator of Center for Human and Socio-Economic Rights. The issue of Owode motor spare parts is not that government want to develop the market.
Exactly.
It's an issue of Omonile land grabber versus innocent trader. Some people were claiming they have a judgment over a parcel of land that is very close to the market. And when they come to enforce judgment, a judgment that even the people at that, the other on the land claim to be illegal judgment that because the matter is still in court. As of the day they came to enforce the so-called judgment, the matter is supposed to come up for hearing according to them. So the Owode motor spare parts market, here a boundary, a common boundary with this particular portion of land. So why they are enforcing that judgment? Why they are enforcing that judgment? They encroach on the Owode motor spare parts market land where they demolish over 500 shops. And why they are doing this? They employ the service of the Lagos State Building Control Agency, LASCA. They employ the services of policemen from FCI, the Alagbon, and they bring in hundreds of thugs to scare the traders away. The funniest aspect of it is that they did not come by 8 a.m. They invaded the market at about 4:30 a.m. as at when everybody is still at home sleeping during the fasting period, which is on the 6th of March 2025. So our argument is this: even if government want to relocate the market, there must be a clear notice to that. And the government have not in any day come up that they want to relocate the market or renovate the market.
Okay.
So issue of people using government agencies and security agencies to perpetrate evil, and that is the reason why we led them straight to the State Assembly and also to confront the governor if what LASCA is doing is to the full knowledge of Mr. Governor. It's a very clear issue. So our question is this: even if you get judgment and there are property on that judgment, we are talking about encroachment of Owode Motor Park. The other market, Agbajowo market that they claim they have gotten judgment on, have more than 5,000 shops. So we are talking about the 550 you encroach. We are not even talking about the more than 5,000 shops that they demolish at Agbajowo, who are now claiming, as of yesterday, the market were claiming, truly they were in court, that the matter at court ought to have come up, was adjourned till for 5 and 6 of March. So instead of going to court on the 6th of March, the perpetrator came to the land with thugs, with policemen, with Lagos State LASCA, a Black Maria task force to demolish a land that is a subject matter in the court. You did not go to court, you went straight to the land to perpetrate evil just because you are claiming to have the backing of the Lagos State government. And we want the Lagos State government to make a public statement on this. Failure to do so, it will amount that it was the Lagos State government that sponsored those thugs and criminals that came from the land grabber and the policemen. As I am talking to you, as at the time of protest yesterday, the policemen from Alagbon, fully armed, were stationed on that land, and some policemen from the IGP monitoring in Abuja. And this is the same IGP that claimed that police should not intervene in any land matter. So we are sort of a conflict. I think the IGP will be a policeman in the morning, then in the night he will be a land grabber, because using your men to perpetrate land grabbing is as good as you you give consent to that. So, and we,
Thank you very
our organization
Alex.
will not rest until we fight this to a logical conclusion.
Thank you very much, Comrade Alex. In this story, there are some words that ring a bell in my head. The first word I heard here is land grabbers. Number two, there seems to be some kind of conspiracy, because these people, according to reports, they came in at 4 a.m. If what you are doing
4:30.
is right, if it's legal, why would you go in there at 4 a.m.? These are hard times in Nigeria. The economic situation in the country is bad enough. What is the price for development? And secondly, there seems to be an issue with legality once again. So I'd like to bring Comrade Prince Savior Iche. He is the chairman of the Association of Micro, Small, Medium and Medium Enterprises in Nigeria. Please, let's welcome him to the show. You're welcome, Comrade.
Thank you for having me.
How would you react to this development? What do you see happening here?
The last comrade has almost said what is in my mind. It's unfortunate that we're in a country where things are done, without check, right? If there is if the government want to locate the traders, there ought to be an alternative. As I said, the time is very hard, right? What will be the outcome? The family that's, some of them, if they don't go out in a day, they will not eat. What will be the fate of their family? So it's happened all the time that government doesn't even care what happened to the citizens. Right? It's unfortunate that we find ourselves in this kind of country where things can be done, even as I said, the case is in court. So they don't even care. Don't obey court order. So I don't have much to say, because the last speaker have almost said what I wanted to say. Thank you.
At this point, I want to put on the shoes of a typical trader in that market. If you will remember that there's also the value chain of these businesses there. So you have the motor spare parts dealers there, people selling food vendors will be there as well to service, to provide meals for those people. So many small businesses, other tiny micro businesses would be in that environment. Now, all of these have been wiped away overnight. Those people just woke up, they came there, and one day you don't have anything to do. First, you're thinking of how you take money home for your children, because this business, they are businesses that bring daily income. All those small money, 100 naira every day. You have the POS people there as well. So 100 naira to 200, 500, and they put all of it together, and this is how these people are surviving. Number one, I'm a journalist, yes, but when you see wickedness, you also should be in a place to say this is wickedness. And I'd like to air my own opinion. This is utter wickedness. Why would you go into a place at 4 a.m. and you completely demolish their shops? Yes, let papers were given, whatever it is. Do it in the daytime. If what you're doing is right, why are you going in the dark? Now, this brings us to this question. The role of businesses, small businesses, the place of small businesses in an economy such as ours. When things like this begin to happen, how do you hope to grow the economy and build the GDP? Comrade Iche, can you comment on this, please?
Thank you very much once again. To me, you say on that particular market, if I have not been to that particular market, I will not be able to ascertain the gravity, the kind of loss the people there that we have. That place is so big that I cannot quantify how many acres of land that those people operate on. You see, in business, the truth on the matter is the Nigerian government doesn't know the contribution of local manufacturers and the local businesses. Local businesses are, why we're having kind of economic challenges in Nigeria, because the local businesses are not well taken care of in Nigeria. So that's why Nigeria, instead of us going moving forward, we are moving backward, because the local businesses, the small businesses have, that's the government is not giving them proper attention. That is why the economy can never thrive until the government gives these people like us, the paper sellers, the akara sellers, and POS and the likewise. There's no the government does not give us a noble environment, to showcase what we have. Right? The local business in Nigeria, we are the one that will go to make the economy to be strong. The dollar is getting more stronger on daily basis, because we're almost getting what we use on daily basis by importation. So the naira cannot be strengthened until this sector are given proper attention.
Now, before I go on, first of all, I'd like to correct Comrade Iche's designation. He is the national president of the Association of Micro Entrepreneurs of Nigeria. And I like the word micro because it breaks it down. Let's take a look at the informal sector. There is a lot going on there, and if you are going to quantify the kind of revenue that sector can bring in driving Nigeria's GDP, it's huge. However, there are issues with regulation. You want to regulate, you want to bring in policies, but at the same time, you don't want to kill businesses. What do you think government can do to ensure a balance in between the two?
Thank you very much for that correction of my portfolio. Yeah. See, the issue is, as I said earlier, most companies a country that are driving well, their economy is doing well. Go and check them. They value their micro, whatever micro, right? The smallest part, people that are, bringing 1 naira, 2 naira, whatever. Their government value them. All right, that is why they are doing well. Let me just tell you one example. I have not touched dollar for the first time, but the person that the time I touched dollar was a customer from Ghana that traced my products down to Nigeria here. Is the one that gave me dollar for the first time. All right, when I changed dollar, it was a very big money. And these people, every 2 months, they come to Nigeria here to buy my product, almost 8 million every 2 months.
Wow.
At my small level, yes, at my small level in the remote area in Lagos, they trust me. But what happened is that during the era of the former president, Buhari, he brought up a policy that he closed border against business going outside the country, against business coming into the country. At that point, most of the people that's buying from us from outside the country, these neighboring countries, so many of them finished their products. They want to buy more, but they cannot buy. For that period of time, that's almost 8 months or thereabouts, they closed the border. What happened? So many of them now develop the skill we have here in Nigeria and start producing in their own country. As I'm telling you right now, for the past 8 years now, those Ghanaians and Liberians and Cameroonians that used to come and buy from me, they no longer come again. Why? Because when they finish the ones they brought from us, the micro entrepreneurs, when they don't have any other means to come and buy again, they start developing the same skill and start producing in their country. As I speak, they no longer come again. And let me just tell you this. If you see the government of Nigeria, based on experience and as a leader in Nigeria, I interact with my members every day. As I'm telling you right now, I go to the same market they go. I buy diesel in my office here. I buy diesel of 30,000 every day, because there's no lights. Now, the government have said they are giving billions of dollars to micro entrepreneurs. I want to challenge them. Let them publish the names of the people they are giving the money. Let them publish their names. If really the money they claim that they're giving to micro entrepreneurs is really coming to people like us, my sister, Nigeria will be, in fact, our economy will drive. I want to tell you that we, the micro entrepreneurs that's into production of various kind of products, we have the technical know-how, we have the brain. Our products are selling very well in the international market. Right? Now, all this money they're claiming that they're giving to us, most of fact, this money is only on the pages of newspaper and television. This money find themselves in the pocket of the elects. Let me tell you, because of time, what happened. Just one example that happened to me in Lagos here. In Lagos here, there was a grant the government bring up in Lagos for people like us. I applied for the grants, 20 million grants. My name was out. They called me, and I went there. They gave me an offer letter of 90,000 instead of 20 million.
Wow.
90,000 offer letter was given to me. I intentionally signed the offer letter with my account details. This is almost 4 years now. That 90,000 have not dropped into my account. I'm talking as what happened to me as a president of an application. I'm not talking to what happened to other members. That is why I've challenged the government. I've challenged the back of industry. Bring them on air. Let them show us the people they claim they are giving us these billions of dollars. Let them give us their addresses and their location. Let's verify if this money is going for people like us. If you enter the market now, just go. Why do you have uncountable unemployment in Nigeria? It's because the local manufacturers are not working. Because this sector are the highest employer of labor. We are the highest employer of labor because most of us use unskilled labor. All right? Now, if you go on that's why you see our sisters and brothers, our children, whatever, after their youth service, there's no job for them. All right? Because the micro entrepreneur that have employed them is dying on daily basis. I want to tell you that in Nigeria, as I speak, all right, I take census of what happened. 68% of local manufacturers have died within the space of 4 years. 68%. That is why we have the on unemployment every day.
Yes. Please.
Right? Now, if you go
Okay, sorry.
If you go online,
apart from money being allocated to you and not getting to you, what other challenges are you having? What other challenges, maybe from the government end? What other challenges? Electricity, taxing, and all that. Are they part of what is killing this industry?
Right.
Did you hear me, please? Comrade.
yes,
Did you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yes, he just wanted
Yes,
you
I
to.
said apart from the money government sometimes say they give to you, it doesn't get to you. What other challenges? I mean that are killing this small industry, electricity, taxation, and all that. Can you mention if it is free?
Yes. The other challenges we're having is the issue of power. Right? As I said, I use myself as an example. In my local factory here, I consume diesel of 30,000 every day. If you multiply 30,000 in 26 working days, you're getting an approximate 720,000 naira. Don't you know that even if government did not give me money and provide lights and provide power for me, that money I'm using every day to buy diesel. I can divert it for my business growth.
Okay, I think we're having a bit of a glitch there in the network, but while his network is buffering, as it were, I think we should go ahead and discuss businesses, small businesses in Nigeria, how they contribute to. I'm talking about small businesses, micro businesses, to improve our lives on a daily basis. Let me take my street for example. Mr. Benji, let's take your street in Asaba. Let's take your street in Asaba. When you step out of your house, as you're going by, on the right hand side, on the left hand side, you will see traders selling one item or the other. Are these businesses contributing, you know, impacting your life on a daily basis or not?
Very well, they do. These are the ones I can easily reach without spending money to get to a market that is far away from me. So they are contributing and impacting on my daily living. We cannot do without them at all.
So now going forward, government would want to kind of regulate these businesses in the international community, in the international, in the Western world. Let's take the UK for instance. What they do is they ensure that traders are licensed, right? But I want to ask a question. If we decide to bring that pattern into Nigeria, you want the akara seller to go and get licensed, or the corn seller? I love my corn, I love my bole. By the way, if you're a viewer and you don't know what bole means, bole is a word in Nigeria that refers to plantain. It is very, very tasty and lovely. If you've not tasted one before, you should. The next time you visit Nigeria, try to get it, roasted plantain. So imagine a plantain seller, or the corn seller. They sell roasted corn and all of that. You want them to get licensed to sell on the streets. How do you think that is possible? Is Comrade back with us? Yes, Comrade Iche, you're back with us. So I'm talking about the question. Yes, policy, regulations in the informal sector. Look at this woman, for instance. Do you want this woman to get licensed to trade in that market stall there? So the point is, in bringing people importing international policies into the country, we must be mindful what we do or which aspects of it we take. Over to you, Comrade Iche.
Thank you very much. It's unfortunate that our leaders, they only see they only trying to bring some policies that they notice that is happening in other countries, but without bringing the basis. Those people that you just mentioned that served on the streets, if they tell you how much they spend every day on taxation to government, you'll be surprised. So many of them, there are people that used to give them up to 3 different tickets in a day. That's why when the government said that they're going to start POS people to be registering their business, it is good. But do you know that some of these POS operators, without POS operators, I think that will be a very big problem. Because in my locality now, there's one woman or one man that do POS the next compound. They are the one that even helping us. If you go to bank, for instance, of recent, bank will say they don't have cash. But if you go to POS, they can give you even up to 20, even more than what the bank can offer you. So many of these POS operators, some of them, it is not, you see them BSc holders, first class holders, because they're no job. So they're just managing that little. Some of them started with 10,000 naira. And you want them to go and register their company in Abuja, right, probably with 50,000 or thereabouts. There's nothing wrong on that. But the government should, please, I'm just pleading to them. They should please see the plight of small business in Nigeria, and coming to issue of how they can be able to get the move fund directly to small business owners. I've told them that instead of bringing this money, giving it to a private bank of industry, but they should open what I call small business desks in each commercial bank, where people like us, the Akara sellers, everybody can go there, because almost everybody in Nigeria has accounts in commercial banks. They can go there. There will be a desk where they can be accessed. Let me tell you my story. I started my own business with 20,000 naira in 2015. All right, I hawk my product on the streets of Lagos. So I am a grassroots entrepreneur. I started from the grassroots. Are you getting me? So most of us are not even asking government for billions. We're only asking for, that's foundation. We just need a little foundation that we can be able to stand on to build. Are you getting me? And one of the problems Nigeria have, let me just explain everything to you. One of the problems that Nigeria has, that's why our economy is not driving, is
I'll bring us to the problem and challenges of Nigeria, Comrade Iche. I'll bring us back to the question, to that question. But let's go over to Comrade Omotense. Now, going back to all that happened yesterday and this month in particular, do you see a positive outcome from your protest yesterday? Do you see a leeway? Do you see something positive coming out of it? Because Comrade Iche mentioned the word, he used it. So already small businesses have their challenges, and now with demolition of their shops and businesses, will they cope? So do you see something positive coming out from yesterday's event?
Thank you very much. Well, before I respond to that, I think the issue of the small petty traders you mentioned, I think it's very, very important. I contribute my quota. Um, for the past 14 years, we have been championing the cause of fight against the repeal of street trading law in Lagos. There's a law in Lagos State that bans street trading, and we have been calling for the scrapping of that law because in a society like Lagos or Nigeria, uh, to ban a street trading is not achievable because 80% of the population survive on daily income. And once you say you are banning street trading, you are banning the petty traders on the street of Lagos, and you are banning the akara seller. And this, like the comment said, these people pay enormous tax for government through their so-called agents, because they gave revenue allocation, revenue generation. So yes, you still arrest them. In that law, they can arrest a street trader, jail the person for 6 months, or with option of fine of 100,000. What they need to start their business is not up to 50,000 naira. Then you are talking about banning them, and you are looting money. I don't want to delve into that because that one is a big project on its own that we have started since 2011. We started with Fashola, where we take inventory of street hawkers in Lagos between Oyigbo and Tollgate at Songo, where we get about 11,400. Then we make a proposal to government that instead of banning street trading or this hawkers, please, we call for you to how do you put it, to regulate them, make them have legal standing by obtaining or registering them at each of their local government, so that the tax will stop disturbing them, the tax force will stop disturbing them, the guy will stop disturbing them. Regarding this issue of the protest of yesterday, like they used to say, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a footstep. We will not rest because this is not an issue of the trader versus the government. It's not an issue of limitation. It's not an issue of how do I call it, rebuilding the market. It's the issue of a land grabbing using the Lagos State government agency to perpetrate the evil. And that is the reason why we must not fold our arms. If the government fails to do the needful, once we are moving forward in this issue, we're going to carry Lagos. Lagos government will be at the first people to be challenged. Because if a lifestyle, because it is obvious now that if you have a property, if you are dragging a property with anybody in Lagos, and you know somebody in Lascar, you just go there and tip them. They will use their vehicle, their paper to place Lagos State government to create fear in the mind of your opponent. And that's what they are doing now. They do that in Otumara, where they demolish over 5,000 buildings. Where they demolish Otumara, and the matter is in court, whereby the next adjournment is May 7. We have people living there who are populace. The populace are the people from the River Naira, Ilaje. They are our people. They went there and demolished when the matter is pending in court. The next adjournment for hearing trial will start by May 7.
And when journalists went there to cover the story, they were chased out.
The Lagos government the Lascar brought us to attack journalists. Yes, you were there. You understand? So it has become a norm. It has become a norm in Lagos now that the Lascar has become a tool in the hand of evil perpetrators to be used to perpetrate their evil, to grab people's land. And this is a Lagos that claim they create what they call it, anti-land grabbing law.
Do you
It
think
is
the
the same
governor
Lagos State government agency.
now? We are even looking at this land grabbing, these demolishing issues against the backdrop of their impact on businesses. Do you think the governor is aware of all of this? Because I see a conspiracy here where they use a certain section of the government in collaboration with another section of the police to antagonize citizens. So do you think the governor is aware of all of this?
Thank you very much, Vivian. That's why we challenge Mr. Governor that if you are not involved, directly or indirectly, the Lagos State government, as of now, through the office of the secretary to the state government, ought to have made a statement, or the commissioner for information, to debunk or deny or condemn this act. For them to have, at times they say silence means an acceptance. So silence at times means consent. For government to keep mute on this, it shows that there is a full feedback they got from LAPSCA, or is that through the land grabber will go through the governor or through the attorney general to get to the LAPSCA? Because before a LAPSCA will go and do operation legally, it has to involve the office of the attorney general, the commissioner on physical planning. The essence of LAPSCA is their building control, to look at dilapidated building structures, to place notice and to give to raise an alarm. You understand? But now they have generated to have become a tool in the hand of destruction. Just as a day before yesterday, LAPSCA were to agree to demolish a structure, a community. So now the governor have to tell Lagosian his own role or his intention towards Lagosian and his own position on what LAPSCA is doing. Do you know that the head of LAPSCA, for a record, when he went to Otumara, he made a statement to the residents that even if your job is the last I'm going to do, that will take my job, I will do it. I'm going to demolish it. The matter was in court. The day he demolished Otumara, the second day we learned that he's been upgraded to permanent secretary. That means the governor give him a pass mark for what he has done. So it is obvious that the governor, we are challenging him, that he's fully in support and aware of what LAPSCA is doing, except only if he can deny knowledge of it.
Thank you very much, Comrade Alex. The question will always remain on the top of my mind. What is the cost of development? What is the cost of development, especially as it impacts on lives and property? Now we come back to Comrade Prince Xavier Iche, the president of the Association of Micro Entrepreneurs of Nigeria. Now we're looking at the challenges. Naturally, we know in this part of the world, funding is a major challenge. Infrastructure is a major challenge. The question is, how do you think businesses can navigate their way around these issues? Because if we keep waiting, if we wait, we're not going to do anything. Over to you, Comrade Iche.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You see, at this point, we have. Let me tell you what happened in Ikorodu. There's a place they call IDC in Ikorodu. That place is, they call it Industrial Development Center, IDC. My members, all right, my members went there. It's a government facility. In fact, it's in every places in every state in Nigeria. IDC. The original plan is, it is an incubation center where people, micro businesses who don't have facility, can go and start their life. While they are growing, they can be able to go to another place. We now discover it. We went there. It was, in fact, it was an property abandoned. My members borrowed money most of them from financial institutions, and put those places in order. What we'll do is, most of them that need NAFDAC registration, NAFDAC came there to register them. We do what they call cooperative manufacturing. Most of them are that's into one particular product, for instance, that is into petroleum jelly. There may be 4. We now compress them to stay there so that they can be their time to produce. Now, in that place, you can still go there. You can still find out what I'm saying. That place is about 19 acres of land. 19 acres is still there today as I speak. And the structure there is about where they build is not even, they don't even use up to 1 plot to put those structures. So that means we have excess empty lands. Now, we're not to government. We have other of our members, other micro entrepreneurs who want to come into that area. That if they can allow us to use our money to build so that we can accommodate more people, government said no, we should wait. At a time, what the government brings policy, they said they want to renovate. They want to renovate where my members have renovated and still working. We said no, instead of renovating, there is empty lands you can build more clusters. We have thousands of people who want to come in, but there's no availability again. Then that's okay, they want to build. What we did is, some of my members now vacated those, they're now vacated. After they vacated the place, the government now went and cut those their factory into a smaller chalet. You can go there now as I speak, it's still there. They now built chalet and drove my members out. If you go there, you see their machines are still outside as I speak. Last time I went there, I wept. All right, I cried because we have lost so many micro entrepreneurs. You can find out what I'm saying in Ikorodu, Ibeshe Road, at Ibeshe Road. As of IDC Center is still there. There's nobody there again. It is a ghost place. What we now did, we now contributed our own money. We went and bought 20 acres of land in Ogun State, where we want to build our own cluster with our own money. Hence, the governments that could have looked after us and pamper us have neglected us. Now, what happened last year? The Smithern DG, because I quote them, all right, you can bring them online and let them challenge what I'm saying. Now that DG, President DG, came online and told Nigerian Live that he has given 7 billion to micro entrepreneurs. My sister, I called a press conference challenging this Smithern DG to name the people he gave this money. Up to today, he have not done anything. You can ask. So what I'm saying after is, the government, who is the Minister of Trade and Investment, where is he coming from? We have what they call SME Council. SME Council, none of micro entrepreneur leaders. We have about 4. Smedia, Asbon, Nasi, we have about 5 recognized business association national president. None of us is in that council. Who are there? These are former governors who have not done business all their life. So what kind of policy will they bring that will change the economy? Who is the Minister of Trade and Investment? Most of them are engineers. What can they contribute? We need a natural, we need an organic person that can know that the price of chemicals are going up. That will know that there is no light, that we are providing our own alternative power. That is what we solve this problem, because bringing somebody who don't have anything, any idea of business to head is just like in a American facility. You bring a doctor.
Putting a square peg in a round hole.
Yes.
That's exactly what's happening.
You bring a carpenter to be a surgeon. What do you expect? You expect obituary.
And as a result, so basically what you've just highlighted now is the relationship of government between the relationship of government with SME operators, micro businesses, and policy making, especially where the people who know nothing about the sector into places of authority where they make decisions. There's always a question of knowledge gap. We'll be talking more about this, but before we go on, let's take a break. Join us again.
Nigeria Week London 2025. It's time to celebrate the pulse of Africa's most exciting nation. Nigeria Week London 2025 is coming to Hippodrome Theatre from July 24th to 26, 2025, showcasing the best in Nigerian arts, music, fashion, and investment opportunities. Whether you're looking to discover the future of real estate, explore Nigeria's culinary masterpieces, or get immersed in an electric Afrobeat performance, this is the event of the year. You can also join us for a film festival, cultural dance spectacles, and the recognition awards. Don't miss out on the business opportunities and cultural experiences waiting for you. Book your tickets now before they're gone on eventbrite.co.uk. Call or text +447 438 893 190 or 080 330 46768 or +447 459 071 747. Visit our website superiorradioandtelevision.com. Nigeria Week London 2025. Nigeria Week London 2025, celebrating the best of Nigeria, is partnered with Civil Society, scaling up nutrition in Nigeria.
Welcome back. Welcome back. First of all, as I was, while we were discussing and we were seeing those pictures of the roasted corn, the roasted plantain, and the barbecued fish. Oh my God, you're showing it again. This is not fair. Mary, this is not fair. You're making us salivate here in the studio. Please take it up, take it up, take it up. All right, so welcome back, welcome back. You're watching Rise and Shine Nigeria, and we've been discussing small businesses, micro, small, and medium businesses. We've also looked at the question of demolition of shops, of lands, shops, property. We've also looked at the question of land grabbing. It's a major issue from every indication. We're also looking at its impact on businesses, not just directly. What about those businesses that are there as value chains for the other businesses, the bigger businesses in these environments? Now, we want to look at way forward. How do we move on from here? Nigerians are said to be resilient and strong. Yes, but the question is, how far can they go? How much pressure can they take? I'd like to bring Comrade Prince Xavier Iche back to share with us. What do you think can be done? That's IDC village you mentioned. I assure you, from every indication, there is a lot of illegality going on there, because you cannot give people a land and tell them, come and stay here, come and build here. They come with their own funds, they set up structures, and you come again and begin to demolish those structures. It's cruel. But going away from all that, we cannot continue to look at the problems. We must be able to proffer solution and move on. What's your take on this, Comrade Iche? Wow.
Yes. There is communication. There's a discommunication gap between the governments and the leadership of this sector, right? Until when this gap is being brought together, before we can be able to have a headway, because it's like somebody who are not been to Nigeria, in America, where there's constant lights, coming back to Nigeria, and the United States 1 day, 2 days, 3 days without lights, it will sound strange to the person, right? He doesn't know what is happening. Now, the government needs to locate. We're not looking for fame, but we are passionate enough, right? Let me tell you what happened about 7 years ago. A friend of mine took my products to Mozambique, and I should come to Mozambique government contacted me that I to come to their country and establish my company there. See, with a very nice offer, but what happened is, I now decided what will happen. It's like the network problem. Hello, are you hearing me?
Yeah, you can go on, sir. Can hear you.
Fine. Now, I now said, what will happen to my workers if I relocated to Mozambique? Because of the passion I have, for the industry, for Nigeria, I turned down the offer. And I told them, it's better you buy from me for Nigeria here. And that's what they are doing. They come here to buy. So what I'm trying to offer is, so many of us, let me tell you, so many of us, the local entrepreneurs, as I told you earlier, 68% of local entrepreneurs for the range of 4 years ago have stopped production and stopped business because the environment is no longer friendly. So many of us are relocating to Ghana and to some African countries to establish our business there. All right? Now, before I go on, I must salute, all right, commend National Agency for Food and Drug, NAFDAC. If other agencies are doing like NAFDAC, I want to tell you, Nigeria economy, the business, especially those of us that our product is being regulated by NAFDAC. NAFDAC have come down on ease of doing business to help micro entrepreneurs who have their product registered with them. They bring it so low that everybody, if you don't have your product registered by NAFDAC, it means that you have something that you are hiding. So I want every other agencies that is into regulating, like SUN and others, to also flow suit the condition and some incentives the NAFDAC have brought into the system. So as it is now, the only thing that we're only asking the government is, let them bring the right people that has passion. I'm done.
All right, okay. Once again, we apologize to our viewers for that break and glitch in the network. Now, would want to come over to Comrade Alex Omotenshi. What would be your suggestion going forward on all of this?
Unmute your mic, sir. Your mic is muted. Unmute your mic.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. Loud and clear.
Yeah. My suggestion is the same as the government should be up and doing their responsibility. Two, the citizens themselves should come up whenever it is needed for them to speak up. Like we have the people, there are some areas, when it comes that way, they just look at it that nobody can fight government. Let's start to fight government where they were wrong, ideologically. It's not by violence. People should rise to stand for their rights, because if you fail to do so, the government will continue to take you for a ride and refuse to do the needful. What the government needs to do, the government must do it. And they should stop bringing foreign policy that does not favor our people. They should bring foreign policy that will work with Nigerian system. So, on the last note, the government, Lagos State government, to ban, to eradicate the ban on street trading, because 88% of Lagosian residents live from hand to mouth. So there's no way you can ban street trading and expect to have a good society. We must commend those who engage in street trading in Lagos rather than engaging in crime. We have hundreds of hoodlums at various places in Oshodi, at Muslim, who refuse to go into street trading, but because they have made Lagos, they have made crime a lucrative business in Lagos. Illegalism has become a lucrative business in Lagos. That is why the rate of crime is increasing, because when they do it, instead of government to harm on them, what they do is to patch their back and then move on. Government in Lagos encourage crime. So by banning street trading, if you send them away from the streets, the next thing they will do is to take harm and go against the state. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Comrade Omotenshi. I want to recap your what you just said now. You said, one, government must do what it must do. And then two, the idea of banning, placing a ban on street trading should not be placed at the fore, but rather government should consider regulating street trading. But even still at that, they should do it in such a way that it does not put a burden on the citizens of Lagos. You don't want to hear an old woman who is raising her children and from the akara or the corn she's selling on the street. You don't want to put her out of business. That business is what she is depending on. If you take it away from her or you take her away from it, how do you want her to cope? Are you providing an alternative for her already? So if you allow me to add to that point, before government goes ahead to eradicate, you must replace, put a replacement before you wipe out. Thank you very much once again, Comrade Alex Omotenshi and Comrade Savior Iche. Now we go over to Asaba. I'm also tempted to call Mr. Fred Comrade Fred, but it sounds really great, Comrade Fred. So permit me at this point, for this show, you are Comrade Fred. What did you say?
Fred is not here.
Oh, forgive me. I'm referring to communicator. Please, let's hear from you. What's your solution going forward? What would you proffer?
Well, once again, the name is Godfrey, and
Godfrey. Sorry.
Godfrey Obaka. Yes.
Yeah.
And listening to the comrade, especially the manufacturer, who is right in the field and has had practical experience with the hiccups in the survivability of small and micro scale businesses. It's a practical thing, and it's also really very, very exposing. Going forward, I think the puzzle there is, will street trading remain with us forever? And how about the crime and the social nuisance that is being constituted? I believe firmly that we should encourage a system that regulates and protects,
absolutely,
regulate and protect small and medium scale enterprises. That is the future of our economy. That is the solution for the unemployment situation in the country. But we should also try to advance our society and get it better organized, that we can create marketplaces designated for certain products, like the way the market is known for spare parts. And when you get there, there are allied other things that have to do with POS, and even banks are located there. And, so it's an economic nerve center of its own. We, going forward, should also think of a society that somebody wouldn't come in and find out that the roads are littered with street traders, but that there are designated places where you can have designated products. So government should think of provision of alternative before you can now clamp down and say there is no street trading. Because by the time you wake up today and say there is no, because there is a need for planning. Planning spans with time. We have the statistics of how many negotiations, how many deltas are involved in street trading. Now, how do we have an alternative place for them to eke out their living so that there is no social disconnection and they become maladjusted and some of them go into crime? So
thank you very much.
The need for planning. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Benji, you must have a word in this, in all of this.
Yes, I mean, starting from where we took off, the demolition that took place, it's a very sad commentary on our judiciary and on our nation, that people cannot procure false judgment, which they can brandish to government establishments, and those establishments can muster support for whatever they are doing. It's a very sad commentary.
With the support of state agencies,
yes,
in illegality.
That kind of thing can happen in Lagos State. If it were happening in somewhere else, I don't want to mention the reason, one would have said, okay, maybe the level of literacy is not as high. But it's happening in Lagos, I think there's some connivance between the people involved and government agencies, and it must be said. Then going forward, like I said some time ago on this show, we must take a decision at some time as a government to lock in the country if we want to develop. Like China did. China locked themselves in for years, and they went ahead to develop what they are developing now to the rest of the world. If we don't do that, our small and medium-scale enterprises will not grow. And government must give the enabling environment. Like I asked the comrade, the challenges are many. That is why they are not developing. Power is one major challenge. Taxes, another challenge.
Yeah.
And until these issues are addressed one after the other, we're going to run around the circle. That is my take.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Benji. Now, just before we round up the show, on a lighter note, I want us to take a look at this on a lighter note. Can we have that clip where we see military women in Western countries in a parade, and then we now see something else for from Nigeria? Mary, can we have that? Please don't laugh. It's a sight to see. It's something that can easily make you laugh, but please don't laugh. Let's have it.
Oh, these ones are women in Nigeria.
Okay, so what has happened here is that this content creator took these clips and merged them together. But the truth is, we see those women in a parade, in a field, in a stadium. That was very, very official. Do we have videos of our women in their official elements? I believe in the Nigerian woman, number one. I believe in the Nigerian army, number two. So for this content creator to have merged these two clips together is very, very unfair, and he's not doing his country any good, the image and brand of his country any good. That is not a reflection of what our military women look like. Our military women are tough, they are strong, and they know what they have been called to do. At this point, 1 minute each from all of us. Mary Val, you're here. You must have a word. You're in Abuja and you've been attending those programs at the stadium. You saw that video. Is that how our women really look like?
No, but Nigeria, we have a way of always painting our country bad on the social media, which is not good. That's not how our women look like, or that's not how they do. They could actually get videos where our women, right, where they were doing better as a military person.
You should go and see them in their military
they do that just to get views on their page for their own personal interest. But there is a place, or there are places where our military personnel portray the good of Nigeria or portray good of themselves. You don't just pick that one, and you see people insulting the country. But that is what we do to ourselves. Every content creator wants to gain traffic on their page, and they do a lot of things just to tarnish the image of Nigeria, and it's bad.
Comrade Iche, you have something to say? Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. And I also want to send this message to the government that they should always bring people that has that knows what they are doing, and people that is good on one particular field. Let them put them there so that they can be able to bring a very positive result. For SME, we need people that can be able to give us what we want. Thank you very much for having me.
1 minute, Benji, what do you have to say, content creators? 1 minute.
It was done in bad faith. Yes, it was done in bad faith. I've seen a similar video where it was men who were being touted as idol soldiers. I've seen that before, and the Nigerian army reacted by posting what they are capable of doing. Now they have gone to women. I think it's a challenge for the women to react and correct the pressure. Thank you.
Okay, Comrade Alex Omotense. I think he's fallen off the grid now, but we are really grateful for having him on the show. I'll reach out to him to express our gratitude better. Thank you once again. And we want to say thank you to Comrade Prince Xavier Iche, the national president of the Entrepreneurs Association of Nigeria, Association of Micro Entrepreneurs of Nigeria. Thank you once again for coming to the show. And Benji and Comrade Godfrey, thank you. Ina Saba, thank you. Thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
And yes, thank you very much for having It was great having you on the show. And then Mary, I would refer to Mary as our technical babe. Well done. Thank you. Well done for making the show a success. And on that note, we come to the end of this episode of Rise and Shine Nigeria. Tomorrow is Saturday, and we'll be having the weekly bulletin. And that's when we get to do a wrap of all that happened in the week. Do join us on this station tomorrow, 11 a.m. And until then, my name is Vivian Akinyosoye. It's been wonderful having you join us. Bye-bye.
Nigeria Week London 2025. It's time to celebrate the pulse of Africa's most exciting